The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay. How's everybody doing today? You know, we had a show scheduled for today, and I told Kwame, I said, you know what, we'll push it back to next week. We were going to talk about body augmentation today and plastic surgery gone wrong and how black folks are just, killing themselves to be beautiful. But we will do that on next Wednesday. I think we need to talk about if I were to be honest, I was just telling Kwame, I'm not well, y'all. I'm not here today. I'm not, my anxiety is okay, but it's exhausting. It's exhausting, everybody. It really is. I went to bed last night, got up at 2 o'clock in the morning, did not go back to some kind of sleep until like 5 o'clock in the morning. And it's just exhausting. You cannot even process one situation. As black people, we're trying to process Buffalo and just how we are. Less than 2 weeks later, we're right back here again. So in Texas, it's a lot. And if you're lucky, some people, they can see the news and separate the news. Some people can say, okay, that's bad, it's sad, but they don't internalize it. But so many of us, when we see our people gunned down in a grocery store, when we see children sprayed like animals in a hunting expedition, that's bothersome to us. So yeah, people often look to me for humor. They look to me for all of this fun stuff, but even people that are funny and people that are y'all say I have a light and your light shines, all that. Even us, we can't just be funny all the time, and we don't just shine out this light y'all be talking about all the time. Sometimes we we get in a slump, from stuff like this. I'm gonna give you guys an update. I'm not gonna be long. I'm not really gonna be long today. I told Kwame I'm gonna come on and discuss a few things, give a word for the day, and we'll be out of here. There's so much to say. Like I said, I did not want to do. I could have did a rerun today of the women black suicide rates and all that, but I know the Thai Squad looks forward to me every day, or look forward to me, so I came on. Even though I am just not all the way here right now emotionally, I came on because I know Michelle Hollands, my moms, they're looking forward to seeing me and getting something from me. So I'm going to press my way, as my sister Ariel used to say, press my way and do this live. Okay. Okay. Here's the latest, everybody. I live streamed the Beto O'Rourke shutdown today. I live streamed that on Facebook. You had to been there. You had to see it live to get the full effect of it. But we'll get that in a moment. We have found out. That the gunman, we'll just call him the gunman, the 18-year-old gunman, shot his grandmother in the face. She was able to call 911 and get help, but he shot her in the face before he went on his rampage. Got into a shootout at the school. The artillery that the law enforcement had was no match for his AR type weaponry. He also had on body armor. So if anything would have hit him, it probably would have killed him. So he was able to penetrate that, barrage of bullets and go into the school. And where he went down the hallway and found a classroom, a fourth grade class. Everybody that was in that classroom, the teachers, they were just open targets. He just came in and just sprayed the kids in that particular classroom. That classroom was adjoining to another classroom. There was like a door, and then there's another classroom. So all of these classrooms, and people are hearing this, and the teachers have to shelter in place and put stuff to the doors locked. You hear it. You hear people screaming. You hear the carnage, and you don't know if he's going to come to you next. But one of the police officers was able to come in and shoot him and kill him. I can say this, y'all. We can update you that all of the parents of the deceased have been notified. All of the bodies have been removed from the school, and all of the parents have been notified. I heard someone say about the Newtown shooting last night that at the notification center, it was they did like an elimination. They would call names and people will walk out, like an elimination situation for the notifications. And then the man announced, everybody who's here right now, everybody that's remaining, your child is dead. And people said they could hear the screaming from the parents across the street. So everybody else that's here, that's still seated, your child is deceased. So that's a lot. Okay. And they said you heard the same thing last night. You heard screaming and wailing at the notification. We can report also right now that there are some children that are still unaccounted for. Maybe they're in hospitals. People are still trying to find their children. We know the deceased parents have been notified, but there are children, we don't know, children been put and took into hospitals, and people are still trying to find their children more than 24 hours later. So hopefully, they said that there's going to be, more information where people can call and find out where your child is. Okay. I can't imagine, Darian. I can't imagine. I have a niece. I have a great nephew. I can't imagine. I can't imagine being told something like that. In such a horrific incident. What was I going to say? So there was a press conference, a news conference today in Uvalde, Texas, with Governor Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Patrick, all of the law enforcement officials, state representative, congressmen, senators. Ted Cruz was there. And he went on this tangent, and he was like, trying to, emote and sound like he's just so distraught. Governor Abbott, he's up for re-election in November, by the way. And he was doing his best to try to, muster up all of this. I can't believe it, and we're so hurt and whatnot. And he then goes to a spiel about mental health. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you just said, because he said the young man, the shooter, has no history of mental health. And I'm sitting there watching live like, How are you talking about mental health when you just said the boy had no mental health issues? They have to do that because the alternative is to talk about guns and the easy, readily accessibleness of guns. So he had to talk about mental health, even though the young man had no mental health record. Okay. So, the Daily Mail is reporting that the shooter was, the Daily Mail is reporting that the shooter was bullied because he was poor at the high school. He's a high school dropout, and, the kids made fun of him because he was dirty, he was smelly, whatever. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. I don't know about all that because what do these kindergarten students have to do with the high school students that bullied you? It makes no sense. Okay. So there's a young woman that we're finding out also today. There was a young woman that he tagged, or he had some kind of communication with, a young woman. He told her, I'm going to shoot my grandmother. Then he texts her back, I shot my grandmother. Then he texts her, I'm going to kill some kids at the school. Nobody understands why she didn't, when he said, I'm going to shoot my grandmother, right? Why she didn't call the police? We're still working on that. So the young lady, just randomly, he texted her and he just informed her what his plans were. She didn't alert anybody. But it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. So today, I just want to be extra vigilant to let y'all know to mind your triggers right now, because we don't have any downtime to process all of this stuff that we're dealing with. I'm sitting here doing all of this off the top of my head with no notes. So all of that's inside my head, what I just gave y'all these last 12. I don't have no notes today. So all of that's in my mind, and then I'm dealing with the trauma of this, and you're dealing with your regular life. You're Black in America, you're gay in America. So you're dealing with all of that. All that's in your head, and we walk around with that every day. I just don't think we're going to get anywhere. I don't think we're going to get anywhere in America as far as comprehensive gun reform. I don't, not in my lifetime. When you have Greg Abbott and Ted Cruz both speaking at the NRA convention on Friday, millions of dollars have been given to them by, the lobbyists. So they don't have any moral compass. Yes, they have children. Yes, they may have grandchildren, but they have been paid. They are bought and paid for by the NRA. You remember our ancestor Shirley Chisholm, when she said she was in 72, she said she was unbought and unbossed. We don't have that in politics in 2022. You don't have that. These people are bought and paid for. They wouldn't speak against the gun lobby if I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I believe if their children were murdered, they probably wouldn't do anything. I know that sounds crazy, but those are just my thoughts. If their children were murdered and mass, shootings, they probably wouldn't do anything. They just don't care. And I'll say this may sound very, if 20 some odd preschoolers and kindergartners didn't shock your conscience and didn't get anybody to do anything, I just know damn well, hey, 19, 20, what's the difference? That's how it feels. President Obama did his best. He did his best, to try to do something. And, we have this filibuster, y'all. The filibuster is it's what's causing all of this. It's the filibuster. And we need We need it so there's just a single vote, 50 votes across the board. The legislation is done. Let's move on. Because Uncle Joe, he's kind of probably scared. He's scared to do executive order, Uncle Joe's like, although he's not about to be elected to nothing, he won't be reelected to be a dog catcher. So I don't know why he's scared to do executive orders, but he probably feels like he don't want to use his political capital up. He's still got a little time left on, I don't know. But we have proof, y'all, when there was an assault weapons ban, murders went down. They did. When the ban was overturned, the murders went up. So it's not like we don't have proof. And I know you cannot legislate hate. You can't legislate hate. I get it. There are some evil people out there. There are some hate mongers out there. And no amount of legislation is going to stop that. I get it. But we can do something. Doing nothing is it's asinine to me. Just doing nothing. A cinema and Manchin are a waste, so something needs to be done about them as well. For those that don't know, Kristen Sinema, our senator from Arizona, and Joe Manchin, our senator from West Virginia, are just complete waste of time. And Joe Manchin, he's like, oh my God, he's right up there with Ted Cruz. There's a lot that needs to be done, you guys. There's a lot that needs to be done. I also believe that this law prohibiting families from suing the gun manufacturers, that's crazy. You can sue anybody else. You can sue the ice cream man, but you can't sue these damn gun companies. It's unbelievable. But I just want to know, how does it work being pro-life and trying to legislate women's uteruses and ovaries, but you're not pro-life when it comes to children being killed? That's why I say the far right, the Christian right, all of these people, the evangelicals, they're crazy as hell to me. Now, I know we got some kooks on the left, but it's nothing like, oh, no. It's nothing like these people. I don't know how you can be pro-life about babies, unborn babies, and you got children that are slaughtered like lambs. No. But I guess I'll talk about it. Somebody may say, Tyesse, well, what is this about? Why won't they let these guns go? They're not letting these guns go because they know that their ancestors committed the original sin. This is not about hunting. This is not about bears and deers. They understand the shifting demographics of white people being the minority. And I'll say it again, they will never be outnumbered and outgunned in America. They don't know when there will be an uprising and black people get some give back or retribution for what was done to our ancestors. They know what their ancestors did. They're clear on it. That's why they want to take all of the books out of the school. That's why they don't want to talk about the history. They don't want to talk about it. That's why they want to ban Morrison and Baldwin and anything that turns a mirror upon their white supremacist vortex. That's why. They're not going to be about these guns. This is not about no damn deers and no ducks. Ain't that much love for hunting in the world. They know the purge can work. The purge can work both ways. They know that. They're not about to give up these guns, y'all. So if anybody thinks that there's going to be anything close to comprehensive gun legislation in our time, it's just not going to happen. It's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's why during the slavery times, they made sure to make an example out of certain slaves. So if you tried to do a revolt or an uprising, they brutalized you in the most barbaric way to keep you in check. They dip people in tar. They skin people. They scalp people. They even sodomize men in front of their families. They wanted to make sure that there would never be an uprising again. And although we had our brother Denmark Vesey and we had Nat Turner, we had rebellions and revolts in Haiti and Louisiana. We had so many revolts and rebellions. Most of the slaves just kept on trucking and doing what they have to do to survive. So, where do we go from here? Dr. King asked that question in 63 or 64, I believe. Where do we go from here? To be honest with y'all, we go to where we always go. It's going to be on the news. It's going to be on the news for about 3 more days, 4 more days tops. We'll go back to the next big thing. You know, there's a lot of primaries going on, you know, and then we'll wait for the next shooting to happen. And at this rate, we should have something going. What's today? Today's Wednesday. We may have a shooting by Saturday, no later than Monday of next week. Because once these shootings start happening again, it's kind of like it spreads like wildfire. So we should have something in a few days or so. But that don't mean we should give up. I commend Beto O'Rourke today for what he did. A lot of people say, well, you know, he's running for governor, Tyesse. That's grandstanding. That's, you know, he's politicizing no, somebody has to do it. And what Beto O'Rourke did today, it comes directly out of the social justice playbook 101, what he did today. Dr. King did it. Mandela did it. So many others did it. Cesar Chavez did it. You have to speak truth to power. Interrupt their meetings. Do sit-ins. Stand up, speak out. Rosa Parks did it. Harriet Tubman did it. So you have to say, no, this is not going to work. Beto is all right with me. I hope like-minded, just, you know, people got to understand. People have to understand. I know what you're thinking. Tyesse, you know, it's a lot of Christian people that are Republicans, but you got to understand that white evangelicals is really not the same, y'all. It's not in the South. They toe the line with white supremacy, and they're not going to buck the system. That's why 53% of college-educated white women voted for Donald Trump. They're going to always do what's best for them, what's expedient for them. So I know what you're saying, Tyesse. All of these white folks at these churches, and they not speaking out, and they not marching in the street for these babies. No, they're not. They'll march for abortion, but not for this. No, unfortunately, I'm sorry. It's getting to the point now where you feel like you're in some type of altered state or altered reality, because this just doesn't seem normal. You would think that anybody that sees children, babies being slaughtered, these 2 teachers giving their lives protecting these babies and in the classroom, you would think anybody would say, can we just sit down and let's see if we can just do something. Let's meet halfway. That's why we feel that this is crazy. We're living in a crazy state, a twilight zone of sorts. Whew. I'm going to give the word for the day so I can get out of here, y'all. Kwame, I forgot it's called. Kwame, I forgot it's called In the Spirit. On Wednesdays, it's In the Spirit. I forgot. I'm so used to saying the word for the day. It's going to take me a minute to say In the Spirit. Okay. Kwame knows. Okay. This kind of stuff, y'all, these kind of incidences can shake your faith. Can shake your faith. You can begin to doubt God's existence. You can. If you say you have not pondered some things, you're probably lying. If you have not recapitulated how this can happen under God, you're probably not being honest. But it's so important, y'all, to hold on to your faith. And our In the Spirit topic this afternoon is holding on. Holding on. It's important. Now, I think we need to really be careful, because we have really got caught up with this prayers and thoughts. Y'all keep praying. We just need to bring prayers back to the school. Prayer. Bring the prayer back to the school and everything will change. Y'all listen. It got real deep, y'all. It got real deep. We're dealing with some evil from the pits of the abyss of hell. And these simple Psalms 23 and the Lord is my shepherd, honey, we up against some heavy warfare. And evidently, a lot of y'all ain't got no power, because I'm trying not to get in flesh right now. It will temporarily shake your faith, Nikki High. It will. But we got to come up with a lot of different solutions, not just one. I believe it was somewhere in the Bible where God told Achan, y'all have been walking around, y'all have been praying, y'all need to get up and do something. Enough is enough. Y'all need to get up and fight. And if we need to, I think we just need a whole new Congress. We need a whole new Senate. Just new people, fresh people been up there 80, 90 years. It's like, come on. We need to get up and do something as a nation. And I know we're shell shocked right now, but once the shock wear off, we need to damn get up and try to come up with something. Do not let this stuff take you to places of unbelief and doubt. All you got to do is look in your own life and see God has a perfect track record in your life. Then you can shake yourself out of that doubt and disbelief. If you look in your own life and see what God has done for you, you can see that God is real. Okay? There are some things we may never understand. But we do know this, that we will never let go of his unchanging hand. We do know that we have to. Even during the moments of uncertainty and doubt, anger and confusion, continue to hold on. Because that's all right now, that's all we have. So when you let that go, then you out here, you just like these people out here with the shooting. When you let go of everything that you know and believe that's good in the world, don't do that. Don't allow evil to manipulate your mind and your body and your spirit. Don't do it. Never let go of his hand. Put your hand in the hand of the man that still the waters. That's what we're talking about today on In the Spirit. Hold on. When you feel like you're getting shaky, a little doubtful, hold on. I thank y'all for tuning into this special edition of Get Your Health On. I appreciate all 157 or 160 of you that tuned in today. I hope I gave you some information and I hope I updated you accordingly. I want to thank Kwame Corbett on the ones and twos on the production tables. And I want to thank every one of you who supports the Tyesse Report brand, including my moms, Jahan, Darnell, Rochelle, Shawnee, everybody, even our moms that are not here right now. We thank you for tuning in today. Today's donation number is the number 5. So if you want to send something today, send it with the number 5 involved in it. Okay? So the number 5 is our donation number today. If you want to send a seed or something to help keep the fire burning and keep the information flowing, the number 5 is our number today. I'm going to do my best if I feel up to it, y'all. I'm going to do my best to try to come back this evening. But I hope y'all understand. I really do hope you understand if I just try again tomorrow. But I'm going to do my best, my absolute best. But I think sometimes even Tyesse, really, for real, needs to decompress. Because I can be the life of the party, the light, the laugh, and all that. But I need to be able to give that to people. So I love y'all. And if I see you this evening, I see you. If not, I will see everybody tomorrow. Thursday, we have Tyesse After Dark, and sometimes we'll come on in the morning. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. Remember what I said. Do not give up. Do not fret. Do not be angry. Do not let this stuff simmer inside of you. Release it. Let it go. Love. But listen, hold on to people tighter. Don't let people leave out the door without saying, I love you. If you got somebody in your family you've been beefing with, angry with, call them, get it right now. I'm not talking about reconnecting with toxic loved ones, but even they deserve some type of mercy right now, y'all. I'm just being honest. Just call them anyway. Say, listen, I know you a hot mess, but I don't want to say I was thinking about you. I love you. God bless you. Hang up the phone. People are leaving out the doors and not returning home. I love you. Get your health on. Stay in peace, not in pieces. I'll see you soon. I love you. Mwah.
Hey, Ty Squad, Pyro fam, and newcomers. We hope you enjoyed the show. This episode is sponsored in part by Bullet and Flight Radio Station, the #1 progressive Christian radio station in the world. An inclusive, progressive Christian network for all believers. Your story, our station. Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a proactive network focused on providing an innovative space for content creators and entrepreneurs. PMN is dedicated to giving its viewers a diverse internet experience while helping content creators elevate their production, engagement, and overall branding. Pyro Media Network is the network that makes you feel at home. Let's go to the next level. Don't forget to follow Tyesse on Instagram at _Tyesse_report. And also follow on Facebook at facebook.com/the official Tyesse report. And don't forget to subscribe to the official Tyesse report YouTube page. Alright, y'all. Mother Tyesse couldn't do what they do without the support of Ty Squad members like you. To become a Ty Squad member, show your support by sending a love offering to Cash App at $Tyesse76, or you can send it through Zelle at Tyesse76@yahoo.com, or Venmo, Tyesse76, or PayPal at the Tyesse Report. Alright everyone, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next.